Yo, it's Guido coming at you with Tactics Talk, guys. So you may have seen one of my latest videos, Purple Places, Purple Things. And this is a dynamic game. Sometimes the purple thing is not the purple thing. Sometimes you go to the purple place and you don't do the purple thing. Or in this case, you don't go to the purple place, you don't do the purple thing, and it ends up working out. Because you're kind of looking at the fight and you go, all right, I think this is probably what I need to do based on everything I'm seeing. Notice that I didn't go to the hill. Notice that we didn't send much to the hill. Notice that we're about to lose the hill more than likely and have a big problem over there. I am going over to the one line. It's kind of a secondary. It can be a purple place depending on how it goes, but it sort of depends on what the enemy sends that way. And we have a pretty good train coming this way. So I'm getting the sense right now that, you know what? I say self, and myself says what? And I said, are you answering me? He said, no, it's okay. As long as you don't answer yourself, you're fine. And I went, I think I used that joke already before. I like that joke. I made that joke up, all right? That's my... Things are not going well for this team. This is not going well. And these guys are not really pushing up yet. I mean, a couple of them are sort of following. It looks like maybe the 110 E3 and the E100, but the other 110 E4 and the FV are doing nothing back there, kind of going to a corner. The IS-7's faster, so we got the corner. What has he just told me? The IS-7 has just let me know something, that there is nothing there. And I'm looking at this fight and I go, this is a slow loss developing, or I make something happen. But this is a bit of a YOLO, but there's nobody there right now. So I think I can actually cross right here. Look at this. I sneak across and I make it. Oh, beautimous. Beautiful. So it's just a 110 E3, E4. That's interesting. The I-7 says, you know what, dude? I'm with you. I agree. We got to go do something about this. The Artie's running. All right. Artie's running. Artie's running. That is hugely important. I thought that got fired, by the way, so I wasn't a little bit surprised that he had that shell. Artie's running. Why does that matter? Why does it matter that Artie's running? Well, there's a shit ton of people over on the east side. There were a couple seen in the middle. There's only one 110 E4 right here, right now, and the Artie's running. That indicates to me that this side is really weak. Guess where we're strong? We're strong on this side, man. It has to be done. We're going to make it happen, but we find a 110 E3 sitting there. I'm going to shoot him on the way and bounce. And ouch, that hurt, but I've created a new angle. And the Artie's running. The Leopard's fallen back. The T100 LT is sitting there. We need to get rid of the 110 E4 if we can. Oh, goody gumdrops. That is awesome. I do want to avoid being a one-shot. Here comes all our guys. Looks like the 110 E3 is kind of busy. And he can't. It's a casemate. He has a hard time shifting. Azimuth. It can be done, but we're wide enough he may even be hitting the stop and having to shift his hole a little bit. So every time he does that or moves his gun, his dispersion gets big, and he's kind of paying attention to two guys. To my team's credit, they've taken this opportunity to push. And this is what has to be done, because guess what's happened? We've lost that entire hill. Not a purple place, not necessarily a purple move, except for that's the one that had to be made right here. So we got guys running back and forth. The 110 E3, oh, there's the Artie. The 261 went up there, turned around, and fired. The 110 E3 shot, and I'm going to use this opportunity to create even more angles. I'm kind of hoping I could catch the GWE100 over here, but he's not there. So now we've just got to make this happen. Again, it's not a great position. Pushing into all these guys, hold down and hanging out in these ravines, if we're not careful, can be very bad. But look at this, I-7, E100, T110 E4, the FV. They're all in, right? Everybody is all in. Cards on the table. Sneak one in. Oh, yeah, baby. Make that guy miss. Why? Because he's driving back and forth trying to fight multiple guys. Had he been just sitting there staring down the lane, right? If this was a stagnant fight and with a bunch of peeking and poking, more than likely he hits me with that. He's so busy fighting all these different guys that I'm able to sneak out. And oh, by the way, I'm inside his reload. No way he's going to reload in time. Down he goes. I get a good pen. We got 1,457, 837 assist. Is it like the most amazing, awesome game that ever happened? No. But it's working, man. We sneak one into him. Manticore, you dirty little devil. Manticore shoots me. I'm assuming maybe from the top, hanging off the very edge right there because they own the hill. But we gobbled up a good number. Now, this is the dangerous part on this map when you make this kind of push, because pushing across this open area in the south can be decimated by the guys up on the hill. So I choose not to. I'm an HE shot from nearly anything or an artillery shot from the 261. Why let them have that opportunity? I'm going to head back because it looks to me like the cap is potentially in trouble. It's good that we won this. I would have probably preferred that most everybody turned around and moved back through this right here where this 110, these two 110E4s are going, and maybe come back to cap and kind of regroup because we're sort of spread out all over, and we've created a little bit of an advantage with a 5-3, but not as much as I would like. 268 dies, but the FV dies. 261 dies. Now they don't have any artillery support. That is awesome. Their 50-51 has moved into the backfield. Another reason why I wanted to get back here and try to get rid of this dude. This was interesting because he's going to take on the 110E4, take his 3 shots. He's not going to be able to kill him, I don't believe. And then he's going to make a runner. Right? And I figure one of the ways he's going to try to go is potentially towards me, but now he decides he can't do that because he just gets hit. And I don't know why he came this way, but he did. It's going to cost him because I'm able to sneak another shot. The nice accuracy on this Super Conqueror on the move, it's pretty amazing. You can make shots like that. A little bit dangerous here because there are shots. Look how the draw distance is fine. There are shots from that little promontory into where I am coming up over here. So I'm glad nobody was sitting up there with a shot on me because I could have been ended. It looks like though they're kind of busy because they're getting sandwiched. And now they're in a bad position because they're stuck on the hill. One problem with gaining the hill on this map, because the hill is not everything. I would consider it more critical than the way I went. But if you lose everywhere else and get stuck on the hill, that's a bummer because there are good approaches up to the hill if the enemy team outnumbers you like we do. The Manticore just absolutely gets obliterated by the 110E3. 100 LT dies. I've only got 2,500 damage, 837 assists, and 2 kills. But my assessment of the match and my aggressive move to break open the flank when I looked at what was going on, and granted, followed up by what are slower tanks. So some of those guys may have been making the same exact assessments, but just not been able to get out in front. But I find that a lot of times, it's very few people that will do what I just did right there. It is a kind of a low percentage play, but with what was going back to OODA loop thing I've been talking about, with the bad options that were presented to me, it was probably one of the best bad options. Because I could have hung out right there on the 1 column and went hold down and go, well, geez, we just lost over on the east side, so I guess it's over. I'll just hang behind this berm and hopefully, you know, a bunch of us heavy guys can get some damage as we hide back here and eventually get enveloped and swarmed by everything that they have. Probably 1 or 2 of us goes out and dies alone trying to do something. But we had a train going. One of us got aggressive. Me pushing in there, creating new angles. They all got onto the wind train, and we made that happen, right? So the best of 2 bad options. The best of 2 bad options. Purple places, purple things are sometimes not what you might think they are. All right, guys. Doesn't always work, but there you have it. When you're presented with 2 bad options, go with the best one you know. And as several of my videos lately have showed, oftentimes it's the aggressive move that will win the day. All right, that's all I've got. Thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it, and we will see you.